What is up, game changers and soul warriors? Are you having a miraculous time in these crazy energies? Right? Like they're palpable. They gave me a massive headache last night. I can feel them coming in. They're intense. Not only are they affecting the physical world, they are affecting every inch of your cellular creation, all the way down to the soul expansion that we are going through. Okay. This is the Great Reset, right? We are resetting at a cellular level. As these frequencies of the sun come in, if you watch my videos, it changes our genetic blueprint as long as we are viable for those that are ready to ascend, for those that are ready for evolution. These are evolutionary energies and frequencies for the earth, for sure, but also those of us that are meant to rise and feel them and change at this time. So I'm going to discuss with you how to use them wisely. How do we navigate the energies right now, no matter what you're feeling physically, because you will have symptoms of some sort? How do we flow with these and create our reality, because we are creating our reality as we speak, and manifesting is at the heart of all of it, because we are creators of our reality. You have been given all of your freedom back. All of your freedom has been given back, and what will hold you back is anything of lack. Okay, so tune within your body and be very careful what you focus on. Be aware of what you think. My throat's going crazy, so I'm going to choose my words wisely. I don't know if it's because of how I'm feeling or if they're wanting me to say something important. So either way, choose your words wisely. What is your playlist? What is your internal playlist? What is the frequency of your body, your soul, and your mind? Okay. With these energies, they are very high frequencies of Christ, rays of the sun and the one, and the masculine and feminine both combined. Okay, it is the sun and the moon both combined. It's not just the sun, even though all we see is the sun. Okay, that's what they mostly talk about. But I'm here to tell you, if you watch the work that I have done, it is both the sun and the moon equally. Okay, especially in the 1212 portal we did recently. Okay. So they're palpable. When you combine the sun and the moon, it's not just about activations, it's about releasing what is not true, okay? All at the same time. We don't have a lot of time to dance in one energy, we need to dance in them both. So each breath, I want you to expand your energy, expand the limited thoughts of the mind. We are creators. We create what we think, we feel, okay? What we think creates a response within our body, which triggers a creation within the reality, energy and motion. Okay. And so as we have our freedom back, we are creating our new earth blueprint for our individual self as well as the collective. Okay. Because it is freedom. And this is why we must heal all karma to get there, because we cannot bring any of that with us. We cannot bring any of those lessons needed to learn outside of love. It is the blueprint of love. So no matter how taxing and how difficult it might be to take your power back from those words that run in your head, your your mental playlist that's constantly playing out, that's the most important thing to do. No matter what you do, make sure your mental playlist is of power, creation, love, joy, and heart-centered actions. Soul path movement, okay? The path of the soul is the only way up. It's true, okay? Prometheus has said this, and I have said this many times over because I know the work that I've done. Being outside of that is duality, and we can no longer be duality, right? It's only love. It's only sovereign self. So the freedom that you have been given back is none of those shackles matter to you anymore. They shouldn't, because you won't be able to create in the new earth with them anyways, okay? We don't have to be afraid of money. Matter of fact, if there's fear in anything, that's not sovereign, all right? Because you are a creator. You create the world that you bring into the reality around you through what you think, feel, and are, what you believe. Okay. So if you are rising, and hopefully you are, creating through love is your key. Okay. I am guided by everything I love, the nudges of the soul, the nudges of my heart, and I act upon them without hesitation. And when lack rises, that is what holds you back. So you have to clear it in the moment it rises. You don't give it a second of your attention. Don't allow the negative thoughts to take hold. Change your playlist. Change your playlist. Self-discipline, spiritual discipline is so important at this time. It is spiritual discipline that will get you through these energetic waves. They are intense, okay? And when they bombard you, negative things rise. They're meant to. And so that spiritual discipline, the self-discipline, spiritual discipline, that balanced heart center is the key to it all, okay? That is the key to rising through it all. But not only rising, really mastering those waves. Okay. Not being bombarded and hit, but like, whew, yeah, the catalyst of change, the catalyst of rise, the frequencies. Okay. The waves of frequencies are the ones you use to rise. Okay. Use the frequencies of vibrational sound. Okay, that's how we raise our vibration. That's how we rise. So if we just sit here and, and we focus on the yuck and the muck or all the fires or the plane crashes that are happening already that I spoke about, because you can focus on all that negativity, but you're going to create that in your reality. And we don't want to do that. Okay, because the new earth blueprint is very high frequency. It's about pure sovereignty. The manifester that you are is free. So there's no energies holding you back anymore. There is no more blueprint of that false veil of illusion, that dense reality that we would have to try to fight through. It's gone. The only fight is now left within you. So make sure that you are understanding that everything you focus on, feel, do, react to, respond to, speak of, feel of, you're creating your reality blueprint, and it must be one of heart-centered, balanced flow creation, soul path alignment. Okay? So even though they're tough, and even though the other world is falling, my world is beautiful. I am creator. I am happy. I am beautiful. I am love. And if there's something I don't like, I'm going to change the wording. I am skinny, right? I am my badass self again. I am abundant. I am seen by all. I matter. What I do matters. I may be different, but different is beautiful. You see what I'm saying? Right? My hair is healthy. My hair is whatever it is you want. If you want longer hair, I have beautiful hair. Visualize yourself. You can do that mirror talking, whatever it is. Constantly make sure that you are in a spiritual balance, flow, and disciplined action. Okay? Homeostasis, because you are responsible for your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, all of it. People are shoveling outside. It got loud. We're in like a ice snowstorm. It's like 9 degrees outside here. Oh, it got up to 19. Woohoo! So, if you can hear that, I do apologize. It's loud on my end. But the thing is we have our freedom back from the medical field, from the government, from the money matrix, all of that. And I've undone all of it on my channel. It really, truly has been undone in the return of Christ. So as you go forward, you can choose through free will to focus on one or the other, the fall or the rise. And if you're focusing on the rise, if you're the ones here that are the soul warriors, soul path aligned, you are 100% ready to be in your soul path because that is the Christ timeline, then what you want to do is focus on the positivities, the beauty, the love, the joy, the creation, and, strength, anchoring into the right things and disciplinary action. So if my mind is going crazy, I'm going to take my power back from my mind and I'm going to clear it and I'm going to meditate, and I'm not going to pick up my electronics so much in the day because that takes me into my head, right? I'm going to be disciplined in a spiritual reform. I don't like that word reform, but a spiritual routine. That way I am rising through these frequencies, and what needs to be healed, I'll be able to see it and feel it and release it. because the moment you give that negativity, that yuck, that dense energy attention, it becomes harder to get out of. Okay. So, what are you focusing on? What are you creating? Because you are a powerful creator. You are the manifester of your reality. Everything you do, you are manifesting. Our thoughts are so important, and that is where they were connected through the shadow immensely. So it will try to disrupt you. It will try to get in. But also, when these frequencies are coming in, it's going to trigger in you what is not light yet. Because that way you can see it. Because you guys, the one thing they forget to tell you, and doing the return of Christ, activating the pyramids, knowing the portals, healing is not just internal, it completes by the choices that you make. Okay. So understand there are layers to healing, and that means we heal internally. We can release it, we can see it, great. Then you make the right choices as it circles back around in your energy, because you have to be tested. Because once you choose the different way than you did before, you clear it completely, right? Because you can see the perspective has shifted, and then your choices compute, and then you create a new wave of energy. That's how you clear your karma. Okay. But you got to be able to see it through those contracts being intact and with you. You don't ever want to cut them and sever them. They need to be intact and with you, because those are the things that are rising in our energy, is what is not love. And that is what creates karma. And you are a powerful manifester. So, you know what? Spirit, like, there's this weird energy of redoing, starting over, starting something new. What don't you like? What isn't working? Let's do it again. Your comfort zone is shifting. It must shift to something that is blueprint soul path aligned. And so you're going to feel that. And you may not understand what you're feeling. It just may feel dense. It may get really intense. And you may have thoughts of yuck and muck that rise. I'm not good enough. I can't do it. All of those thoughts. I don't like to repeat them, because I am pure sovereign. I create my reality. I have to focus on the joy, I am. So I am abundant. I am love. Nothing else other than that can come out of my mouth. And believe me, it tries. Okay. These energies are going to trigger those. And so you need to be disciplined in that. When anything outside of that love rises, you have to choose the right things, okay? You have to choose the right things. What am I focusing on? What am I doing? What is my creation? What guides my choices? What am I doing physically? Because I have to be in balance, right? So if I'm not being healthy physically, then I'm not mentally strong. Okay. Where am I not mentally strong? Where can I give my power away? Those are the things that you want to hone in and grab the reins upon. Okay. But you also want to give spirit co-creation abilities, because these things are outside of our limited mind space. All right. So co-creation is required with spirit, not with shadow, with love, with confidence in self, with knowing that truly we have the abilities for all of this. It's just about finding them once again. Okay. It's about finding them once again, because we are coming out of a false world that no longer exists. And so your comfort zone is only going to be found, and this came through in the weekly energy read in my email, is a new comfort zone is coming in. And that's what these energies are doing, is trying to break apart a false foundation. Look at the world around you, right? And inside of you as well. So you're going to find a new comfort zone only in heart-centered balanced creation. Okay. It's like an expansive foundation rather than a very dense, solemn one, right? It's not so dense, it's not so small. We need to expand into the ethereal once and for all. And you guys, we are in the midst of a big planetary alignment. Big, okay? All of these planets are here for a reason, because if you watch day 2 of my Birthing the New Earth, which I put into the communities tab, I aligned all the planets, and then all the sun and the moonlight come through all of them. And so this is not just an Earth expansion, it is a multi-planet expansion and new alignment for the planets. And so it truly is all happening in physical form, what I have done, because everything I do is in the ethereal, and it expands into your reality, just like manifesting does. just like manifesting does. Okay, so it's really good to watch those videos, the pyramid activations, the chakra ones, the birthing the new earth, because it's playing out in your real time right now. And throwing judgment, that's not love, right? So that is not a high vibration. And you don't want to anchor into judgments. That's the freedom of the soul. You are sovereign. Your freedom has been given back to you. Okay. You are no longer shackled and bound unless you choose to be. Your free will has been given back to you, which is what they took from you. And I did that in the Return of Christ work, from undoing the Holy Grail to Mount Shasta Part 2, where Archangel Samael burned in the end. So it's really important to understand that your freedom is truly with you. And it is up to you. So what are you creating and why? What is your mental playlist? Okay. What do you believe? Or are you giving your power away to wounds, to the negative vibrations, the lower vibrations? Or are you anchoring in to the right ones to create your beautiful blueprint in the new earth? Are you pushing past that resistance? Are you pushing past the limited mind space that says, I don't need to watch that, it's not real? Yeah, let me tell you, in birthing the new earth, you can see all the work that I did come into fruition, and I truly do birth the new earth. All these planetary alignments, that's why I'm posting those in the communities tab. It was day 2 and then day 3. So in day 2 of the planetary alignments, I aligned all the planets, and these are new planets. I took us into 7D. So we are combining with that galaxy as we rise. So whether you believe it or not, it's not going to stop it. Okay. It's just whether you rise into it or not. Okay. And then in day 3, I brought the sun and the moon together from the matrix side to the new earth side. And then all this Christ light came through, which is happening right now. There is no coincidence to the planetary alignment. And this is just coming through. It's like a that's why he's having me do this. To the sun and the moon, to the sun coming in right now with the moon, just like I said, you guys. There is no coincidence. And then what it does is it like photosynthesizes through the earth and hopefully activates within you if you are viable, if your vibration's high enough, if you're focusing on the right things, if you're anchored into love rather than the shackles and that bind and blind. Okay, so that's the split of the two earths. And then birthing the new earth that I have been posting in my communities tab that I did not too long ago over Lionsgate this year, after all the other work was done, is what you're going through right now. That is what we're going through right now. And this is just vibrantly downloading in the totality. I mean, I listened to all the nudges. Everything I post and everything I do is purposeful. But literally God is showing me right now that that is actually happening right now as we speak. So there's this crazy planetary alignment that's happening. The sun and the moon, we're getting closer and closer to the full moon that's coming, but it doesn't matter. The sun and the moon have combined in energy. And I've talked about this. I've changed the eclipse blueprint. And in the ethereal, they are combined in energy. So they're coming in together, even though what you see is the sun coming down. Okay. Lots of mass coronal ejections, or whatever you want to call them, are coming down. And it's all affecting all that planetary alignment, the ones you see and the ones you don't see, which is also coming into Earth, which is in turn photosynthesizing and hopefully taking you all into the Christ timeline. If you're viable, if your lens is of love, if your blueprint is just that, and if by free will you've been choosing to grow, to be soul path aligned, and all of those things. Everything I say is purposeful. It's not to be judged. It's out of love. I know the work I did, and I know how to get you through. My path is the one through, okay? Because this is so cool. That's why they have me posting the new earth again. Day 1, I divided. So we are separating completely from the matrix at this time. Okay, some of us. Hopefully you are. Are you? Are you? Do you hear the call? The planetary alignment right now with the sun and the moon and all the DNA Christ light coming through and into the earth that goes photosynthesizing through your skin and the plants if you're viable. And it can be sparking symptoms right now. And some people might fall off, okay? I have changed the name of this channel and something about it, so you might want to resubscribe and refollow. re-click the bell to get all the notifications. But I know when I talked about being soul path aligned recently, there was judgment towards that. And we don't want to do that because that's just the shadow. It's the shadow telling you, no, it's not. It's the shadow making you think you have time. But we are literally, the matrix is ending right now, and we are going into new earth as we speak. And you can see that what is happening right now. If you watch day 2, day 3, and then in day 4, I just posted today, and I realign the seasons, and the poles have already been shifted. Yeah, the poles are going to flip to east and west. Or I can't remember. You have to watch my videos. We flipped them. Okay. So these are big changes. And while these are hitting you, you want to make sure that what you say, do, think, and feel is all the creation blueprint of your soul path. Okay. And if you don't know what that is, that's okay. You have to co-create to get there. Okay, and I talked about that a lot on my channel. I actually have a video recently that you can find out if you are soul path aligned and what to do to immediately get there. You can watch that for free. I will post it under this video for you to click and utilize. And then I also have a coaching program for those that would like the help from the one, having God basically on your shoulder, getting you soul path aligned, because we can't see. Here's the thing, it's coming out in my twin flame course, which will be completed today. We cannot see at the soul level. This is why co-creation is so important. We cannot mentally fathom a realignment of the planets, and all of these things are happening. It's not in our head. We cannot physically see these things as much as we can when we just surrender to our heart space and we're an observer. Okay. That's why God doesn't ask you to see everything before you act, because you can't see it first. Where the shadow is, it blinds you. So until you're fully healed, you don't get a change in perspective. You cannot see it ahead of time. You follow the nudges, you surrender, you push past the resistance, and then when it's all healed, you're like, now I can see it. Okay. We cannot see in the subconscious level in the outer world. We cannot see at the soul level in the outer world. This is why co-creation is so important. All right. And why being a soul path, heart-centered creator is so important, because as these energies are coming in, as this new earth is birthing, you should be creating your new earth blueprint. And it must be from your soul path, because we cannot bring karma, we cannot bring the matrix with us. The karma is anything outside of unconditional love. Okay. And we cannot bring those with us. I'm getting so many chills. I'm so excited, because this is the totality of all the work I've been doing since 2019. Activating pyramids, undoing the false contracts, closing down the portals of darkness, opening up the ones of light, undoing the Sistine Chapel. I don't need to talk about all that stuff. What you focus on, you are creating right now. As these energies are coming in, this is the new earth. New earth is birthing at this time, which is why they had me post these in the communities tab. Okay. I posted day 1, then day 2, right when we're in the planetary alignments that we're in. Okay. And then day 3 is the sun and the moon and all Christ light coming through all of those planetary alignments. Okay. And in your physical environment, it's happening as we speak. Okay. I think there is like this weird planetary alignment too, which I didn't put together until this video. I just know the work that I've done, but it's really truly playing out in your environment right now. Then from there, the seasons will change and shift. Some of us are rising. Okay. This is the split of the new earth from the matrix system. We cannot take the matrix with us. It's now. This is it. It's now. We should be helping others through. We should be making sure that everything we say and do is soul growth, pushing past resistance, speaking nothing but beauty, love, joy, happiness, and following the nudges of your heart, your soul path. Because that is the shift. And you're either rising or you're not. It's up to you. But if you are, this is what you do. So make sure everything you say is positive. If you don't believe it, you're not supposed to yet. You have to heal into it. So throwing judgment at anything is just a shadow. That's karmic play out. Okay. It's important to co-create because of that, because we cannot see at the soul level physically. We cannot see at the shadow where the shadow lies. So we have to trust that co-creation. We have to trust the energies for what they are, because energy does not lie. It's everything. And once we push past resistance and make the choices of love and the new earth blueprint and soul path aligned and co-creation with spirit, then we're like, a whole new world opens up. That is how you enter the new earth. Okay. I am that path. Everything I've done is that path. And that's why God's having me show again the new earth blueprint and how I birthed the new earth. It's true. So the seasons will shift. And then by day 6, I called all light home. We're getting there, you guys. And then by 8, it's like the 3 days of darkness applied. So we really are getting there. We're around day 2 and day 3 right now of birthing new earth in the energy. And it doesn't go by days in your physical world, weeks, maybe months. My predictions for this year are already starting to play out. We've got like all these fires and all these airplane crashes, and I'm like, it's just nonstop because the energies. Okay, it's because the energies I brought in. So trust me when I tell you, understanding it in the visual is impossible. All right, it's when you expand into the energy that it starts to really begin to make sense. When you heal the karma, then you're like, new perspectives applied. Okay. What a glorious day. I just realized that. That's why God's having me put up the New Earth blueprints and birthing the new Earth, because the planets went with this planetary alignment with all this sun coming in. That's why it didn't happen on Christmas. So there was supposed to be like these mass Christ sun rays coming in on Christmas, and they were like bypassed. And now all of a sudden they're hitting when the planets are aligned. God is good. And the work that I did is playing out right in front of your eyes. But I'm here for those that choose to rise. It's okay if you don't. Right? If you don't want to watch it, that's okay. But if you throw judgment at it, it will darken your heart in every way, because that's not love unconditional. It's not God. It's the shadow trying to really, truly take you away from that rise. So just choose love in all you do. Your thoughts, your actions, your flow, balanced flow creation, discipline, spiritual discipline is required at this time. So much love to all of you. I have no idea even what to put the title of this video as, because I truly hope you all see it. It's important. And watch the birthing of the new earth that's in the communities tab, because it's going to make sense to what is happening right now to all of you, at least in your heart space, if it's open enough. I'll see you guys later. Watch what you say. What is your manifesting playlist? What are you creating for new earth? Or is it the Matrix playlist, which won't take you to new earth? Okay. If you're creating through a matrix blueprint, you cannot rise to new earth. It's not the same world. And it's coming in now. It's coming in right now. I'm so excited. I'll see you guys later. Have a beautiful day. You need a new comfort zone. You need your new comfort zone. And you will be creating your comfort zone by what you focus on, think, feel, and do every day. Is it soul path aligned, or is it that of the matrix, my friends? Until next time.